Okay everyone, welcome back for another day working on this Victorian Gentleman Traveller's Notebook. What we're going to work on today is the booklets or book, probably yet to decide on, that is going to go in here. I'm thinking that there's room for two, but we shall wait and see what transpires. That's the English word I was looking for. Okay. So what we're going to do is first have a look at how big our pages can be. So I'm kind of guessing that we're looking for, about 8.25 A4 size, and then just under 4. So probably 4 1/8 be our maximum for the pages. So we're going to look at doing that. Now the first things that I've got is I have kind of put these into potential booklet components, and we've got the digitals from Amanda from Scrimping Mummy of her Victorian Gentleman kit, but they don't print borderless on my printer because they're a PDF, so I'm going to trim them down first, and I'm going to trim them down using the decal edged trimmer by Tame, that's how we say it here in Australia, Tame. So we're just going to take that in and cut off the edge, maybe not. That was probably really loud in your ear, I apologise. It's me getting forceful with it. Sometimes you have to be forceful with Timmy. He doesn't like to listen. Right. Help if I take the blade up all the way. Oh, come on Timmy, you can do it. One piece. Luckily we're going for a decal look. Hold on. I'm going to get rid of these other two. And that one. How about we just turn it over and do it from the other side. So I'm not shoving it in your ear. There we go. Alright, so I got them. So that's on one of the signatures. And then go for the second lot. Obviously 3 was just too much for it. It's only copy paper. Anyway. Alright, now we need to get rid of the tops. And for that, I'm actually going to cut it in half. Fold it in half. Use your words, Tammy. So let's fold it in. Fold it in. And fold it in. And then we'll just take off the edges. I'll pause you while I do these ones, because otherwise we'll be here for days and you have to listen to the little of the trimmer, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've cut them all down and we'll work them, but we need to get the rest of these into something that we can use. So it's just a matter of kind of going for around the 8.25 a bit. About there, looks good. Don't lose that, because we'll go back to it. Just goes over 8, but I don't want these holes in it. I don't think they had binding back in the Victorian times. Alright, so this one needs to come down a little bit as well. We'll go for here. And then on either side. No, I'm not gonna cut that one. I'll figure something else out for that one. Let's put this down. It's always like the selecting of pages is like, whew, the big one. I kind of figured we'd go with world maps, simply because of what we're looking at. How high is this? No, it needs to come down a little bit. So let's go for there. That'll work. Okay. Alright, obviously some maths. Maths is always good. I'll hold that in. How wide is that one? Alright, so let's bring it in. I'm not going to be able to keep the heading, but that's okay. It's cause. And there we go. Book page. Kind of shippy. That one there. Alright. This one here. It's from Wide Wide World. It is an antique book. I think I'm just going to take it right down along here. That. Alright, so then we've got Sears catalogue. Let's go for right. There. That one. Some coffee-stained ledger paper. There. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. I've got some just straight coffee-stained paper here, very grungy style. I like my coffee paper very grungy. Help if I sat there and actually folded it and measured it properly. Right. That there will do. No, wait up. I think I wanted it folded that way. That's alright. Okay. And different kind of ledger paper. So that is basically kind of what we're looking for one of the signatures, and we're going to kind of add it all in and choose this dude here first. And we might go for one of these. This is some wrapping paper, surprisingly, but it looks pretty cool. Let's go for one of these. Of course, I didn't get this edge. This is what happens. Oh, try not to rip it. Okay. Let's take it off this. Just going to put it back in the trimmer. And take up a bit more. So we're sure we've got it. And I'm just going to cut off this little bit that we ripped. Build it up, okay. Let's put you in there. Yay for a bit of a wide, wide world. If I can find it. There we go. Sheet. Bit of ledger. Of seals. Paper. And this one. Bit of that. And then go on it this way. Alright, so we've got that one. So that's the start of it. That's the first. Oh, did I forget this bit? Yeah, you can go in here. There we go. Alright, so that's one. Let's start with two. This one. Now I'm just going to repeat this and I will come back and catch up with you after the end. Okay, so I'm back. I've put these into place and now we need to think about how we're going to build the cover to make them look like notebooks. Luckily, these are already kind of done. They just don't fit the size that I need. So the first things first is I'm going to take down, maybe, this is thick card, so yeah, that works. I like it a little bit edgy. We're going to ink it anyway. See how we go with this one. Alright. Now this end I'm not willing, it's too close to cards because I need to make it just over 8 high. I'm just going to take a little bit off here. So taking off 1/4 of an inch because it's on A4. Alright, so hopefully that is now, hey, look at that. Look at that. Alright, we'll do the same on this one. Just to get the height right. Oh, help if I hadn't moved it, but anyway, this will do. It's a good thing about these, they don't have to be perfect. Okay, so we got that. Alright. Now I'm going to just do the same to these ones. We're going to put down there. Take it down there. Just going to trim that little bit off. Straighten it up a little bit. And I need these to be 4 and 5/8. 4 and 5/8 wide. So I'm going to use the trimmer for that because I don't care about this edge because we're going to be doing something with it. So I'm just going to quickly trim these to 4 and 5/8. No, 4 and 7/8. 4 and 7/8. And then I'll be back. Okay, so the trim, one's come up a little bit short from when I took off the edge earlier because I hadn't figured out what I was doing and I cut it too short. But we're going to make it work anyway. So I'm going to come in at a half, a 3/4, and that, if I've done my maths right, should be 4 and 1/8. Excellent. Yay, I did something kind of right. Alright, let's have a look at this one. Half and 3/4. This one. Wait up, I think I need to cut this one down too. I forgot to cut it down. Okay, so they're cut down, and this one here is our longer piece. This one is going to be the main one. What did I do with my bone folder? There. So we've got a half and 3/4. And now this one, I'm going to turn it over this way, and I'm going to go 4 and 1/8 and 1/4. And then I've just got a little bit there, which is fine. Okay, so the scoreboard can go away for a moment while we figure out what we're going to do next. Alright. I'm just going to crease these. Okay, now the idea is that one's going to go inside the other, and we're going to have a little 1/4 inch spine for our signature. This one, however, I wanted to keep that book edge, so I was like, how can I figure out a way to do that? And I'm going to hope on good old distressed oxide to do it for me. So I'm looking for about 1/2 inch. I'm going to run some washi tape down the side and hope this works. If not, it's something. We tried it. So I'm going to guesstimate about 1/2 inch. That looks good. Alright, help if I'd gone all to the edges, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm just going to run down here. This is aged mahogany. Look at that. It's like it was always meant to be. Just going to add a little bit more. And then, because I want a little bit of the speckling effect, I'm going to spray a little bit of water on it and let the oxideness occur, just so it ages it up that little bit. We've got that one. Now to get this washi tape off without damaging anything. Easier said than done. Right. Let's see how we go. Good. I'll keep that for the next piece. Maybe if it doesn't all twist up on me. Okay, so got that. Now I'm going to ink around the edges. I'm going to use aged mahogany while it's here. Okay, so we've got that aged mahogany away. We've done one booklet. Now we're going to do another one. I think I'm going to choose this one for the cover. I'm going to do repeat. Take this washi tape. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, and I'm going to use walnut stain for this one. We might have to go in for an espresso. We'll just see what happens. I think we will. Hold on, I'm going to go grab that. Ugh, so much effort. Yeah, that's better. Maybe even come in with a little bit, I promise, English, a little bit of black soot. Just because I want to try and get this kind of modelling effect that is like the corners, like it's meant to be. Okay, we got that. And now I'm just playing, as you've probably figured. Walnut stain again. Some places. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's add a bit of water. See what kind of modelling we get from that. And remove the washi tape again. And there we go. Not too bad. Alright. Okay, next step. We're going to join these together. Maybe. But there we go. There's the other one. I don't think I inked around the edge of this one. No, I did not. Okay. First things first, I'm going to run some art down these bits and more. I want the lines. I'm not worried about this last little bit yet. And we'll want to line these guys up with each other. There we go. See? Now I'll run some of this along here. We're going to be lining this, so it doesn't have to be perfection. Alright. Now, we've got a booklet, which is pretty cool. Okay, we got that. Let's do it with this one. I'm going to ink around the edges first and use walnut stain. Okay. Same thing, I'm going to line it up. Here we go. This one down. Yeah, I'm just going to trim off this little overhang. Yep. Put the pen back in the glue. Okay, we've got that. We've got this one. Looking good. Alrighty. Now we're going to decorate them up a little bit. I'm going to, no, I'm not putting the book corners on yet. I am going to put some decorative edging. Actually going to use some stuff. I've got some border stickers. Of course, I've got to aim for the front. Alright. Let's go with one of these. Well, let's see how bad I can do. Okay, there's one. Fold that over. It'll help it stay in place too. I'm just going to make sure these are, the glue's really burnished in, the adhesive. Alright, got that one. Now for this one, let's use a different edge. Twisted. And I've twisted it all up. Let's get one piece down and then work our way up. No. Actually, I'm going to go the other way. I'm talking to myself if you hadn't figured. Okay. Okay. There we go. Not too bad. Let's oh no. Alright, we got that for that one. And I think we should do the back as well, because, you know, we're going to see it from both sides, so may as well continue. Now we've got this one. Where did the other one go? There. Sounds a little bit fiddlier. The design isn't as stable. There we go. I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue under this one because I forgot to leave enough for it to loop around and I don't want it lifting. So I'd rather be safer rather than sorry. So we've got that. Now we have to line the inside. Line the inside, on the inside. And I've got some truly vintage wallpaper. I found it at a antique market that was closing down. Clearly it's been there for a long time. It's well worn. And I figured, perfect. It's exactly what we want. So I'm going to place this in here. Just going to run a whole bunch of glue. Making sure I'm right down the edges. Preferably not over them, as I just did. That's okay. I'm just going to run my finger along the edge just to make sure it's all well covered and it's not going to seep. Probably still seep. This glue likes to do that. It likes to go out the sides, likes to ooze. It's an oozy glue. Now, take this, line it up at that corner, line it up there. Well adhered. And I'm going to come along and cut off the excess. And I've got my scissors, when I do this kind of cutting down the edge, I have the scissors just on a slight angle, probably, you know, not quite 45 degrees. And it just kind of helps cutting in underneath the top layer. Well, I've just always found that. When I don't want to cut into the top layer, because that's where I want it. Okay. So I've got that one. And then I've got another style. Do the other one. Alrighty. Up into the corner. Line straight, straight. Easier said than done with me. There we go. They've been pushed out. Probably one of my most favourite supplies is my glue eraser, especially when you're working with this acetone-based glue, because if you leave it there or let it there, it stays shiny, but it easily rubs off with this eraser glue. This glue eraser. Words, Tammy. Alright. Let's cut this off. watched Pride and Prejudice last night with my daughter. She's just finished reading Pride and Prejudice. Now she's reading Moby Dick. 13 and reading the classics. I'm like, man. So we watched 2005 Pride and Prejudice last night. So I've got this whole, this is all in my mind anyway. I'm going to leave that dry a little bit, and then I'll come back and we'll put the signatures in. I just want this well adhered before we go any further. I don't want to be bending anything until it's well dried. Okay, so these have dried. I've even had dinner. Georgia was kind enough to cook tonight, so that was even better. So what I'm going to do now is sew the signatures. I've got some waxed thread, about 2.5, 3 times the length of the book, so 1, 2, that kind of stuff. And I'm not worried about putting holes in. Actually, yeah, I will. Let's just add some holes. Because we've got to punch through a fair bit of cardstock. Okay, so I'm lining it up. I'm not too worried about things being in line with each other inside. I don't mind that it's all not perfect. I'm just going to clip down 1, clip down 2, making sure they're all kind of into the right part. Yeah. Just trying to get it down into the center of that spine. Alrighty. Now, let's go in with a hole and hope it comes out. Look at that! I'm not doing any measurement. I'm only going to do a 3-hole pamphlet, so I'm not too worried about it being, certain spaces and so forth. I just want a bit of a idea. I'm going to come in from the outside because I don't want to tie it off in the inside, because that's where we're going to slip through, so I don't want anything interfering with that. So let's just take it through the center. 1, keep a little bit of a tail out. Through that one. Down and through this one. And then back through the center and bringing it out on the opposite side of where the tail is. There we go. Now we want to pull it tight. And I'm going to triple knot it. And there we go. That one is done. I do have scissors somewhere. Over the rainbow. I've put them away, surprisingly. Look at that. Okay, just going to cut them off. So there's the first one. Let's do the second one. Same thing. Making sure it's all into the center. Bumpy. Sound effects are optional, but they make it so much more fun. Okay. Let's go in with pokey thingy jiggy. 1, 2, 3. So in through the center, out through the top, down to the bottom. back out. 3 there. Tighten it up. 1, 2, miss a few, 99, 100. Okay, triple knotted, cutting it off, and we're done. So, signatures are done. I will fold in bits. I just hadn't decided what I was going to do. They're not that a bigger concern, so let's fold them in now. Right. Let's just hope they're up the right... Oh, stop it! Look, there we go. It's up the right way now. Totally didn't sew it in the wrong way. I know what you're talking about. One. Two. Three. 4. Oh well, he's not going in the book. I forgot to put him in. I'm an expert here, can't you tell? I've got to laugh at it. Alright, there we go. 1. Oh no, I put it in the right way. I was just looking at it the wrong way. See? That's alright then. Alright, let's... leave them up. A bit here. And a bit there. A little bit everywhere. Oh. BB upside down. Oh well. No big drama. I meant it. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we got 2 books. So we can come in now. And slip this one into here. Don't get it caught on the twine. So we got that. And I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. There we go. And we come in for number 2. And there we go. So we've got, oh, except for I put them in upside down. Of course I did. I'm doing well. Luckily these aren't sewing in. Let's try again. And that one. So now we've got two signatures that are fitting in there. It's actually quite a bit of like journaling space, which is good. Decent size in there. All slotted in nicely. This will fold over the top. And I'm going to wrap it around. There you go, Bob's your uncle. All done. We will come back and we'll start adding other components and flippy floppy bits and eventually onto decoration. Okay, thank you very much. If you've gotten this far again, excellent. Thumbs up, that'd be great. Leave a comment, that'd be even better. And as always, remember, be kind, be strong, be warm, and I'll see you later. Bye.